Right, hopefully we're live. Probably put the microphone a bit closer. So, should move it there. Hopefully that should make things better. Let me tab that out. Let's actually do that. Get my phone out, I should say. So, just go to this video. Just go to this. Right, there we go. Okay. I'll just give it a second to make people join. Hello. Oh yeah. Well, typo. Typo. So fuck it. This is a Q and P, Q and whatever. I can probably. Yeah, I can probably invite you to the stream. See. Just saying, guys. Cool. Right, what I'm going to do is, with this, I'm going to invite people to actually chat on with me live. So if you give me a second, I'm going to go on Chrome. Yeah, and people in the 6sec chat on Hangouts, I think that's what it's called now. I'm going to invite them to come have a chat with me. So, oh. Okay. All right. So, if anyone wants to join this live stream and we'll have a chat on the live stream, then who's on the 6sec chat, then I've just sent a link there, and if you click that link, it should let you join this. Hopefully, if it doesn't, let me know. But anyway, should probably start things off with saying, yeah, this is my 8-year anniversary on YouTube. That is, to be honest, what fucking hell, 8 years, 8 years. You would have thought I'd found something better to do with my life, but oh no, I'm still here after all this time, still doing this. Yay! I'm gonna put the laptop down over there. Okay. So let's put this in there. Okay. All right. So it's a bit better. You can see my microphone's here. That hurt your ears. I apologize if it did, or did I? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this open on my phone. Nice. Okay, let's call Reese first. Just have a bit of fun. Because why not? I don't know. Click the link to stream. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna try and join my own live stream. Yeah. I have read and proceed.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that does able to work. You just need to click yes to that. Okay. So if anyone does want to join doing that, okay. So I'll start it off. I'll actually start this stream off now. So yeah, YouTube for 8 years. I mean, a lot has happened during that time. This video is not brought to you by Tango, but it should be. So basically, when I started off YouTube, and the thing is, it took me a while to start YouTube because basically, it took me basically my parents initially because my dad wasn't really bothered about it, but my mum did not want me on the internet, at least not on YouTube. So the thing is, I waited one day. Took me a while, and I finally waited one day, and I asked my dad, and he said, "Yeah, sure, I don't care." Basically, was his answer. So I'd already created the account and uploaded my first video, so my mum couldn't really do anything. She said, "All right, but you're not allowed to show your face." That didn't last very long, did it? But some of you may be shocked to hear, but there was a period of time, quite a long period of time actually, where I didn't show my face, and I wanted to, I desperately wanted to, but my mum said I couldn't. She wouldn't let me. I don't know why, because you could still very much hear me, and I was very much open about who I was. But yeah. My videos initially were actually recorded the same way I'm doing this live stream here with a webcam. Except that was a shitty 240p webcam, and it was pretty bad. And the reason is I did have a video camera, I did have a camcorder, and an Olympus one, if I remember rightly. The thing is, my mum would always borrow it off me to use for her eBay photos. And the thing is, she dropped the camera several times, and the fact is, she broke the lens off it. So basically, but eventually, for my birthday, I think 2011, so October basically the same year, I got my first HD camera. It was a Toshiba HD camcorder. That served me for a very long time. It served me all the way up until 2013, 14. No, it was definitely. It might have been 2015. It was either up until 2014 or 2015 for a bit. But that camera unfortunately met its end by basically it was just used so much. And the problem was with it is that basically it just essentially the LCD on it, I guess, with being flipped out so many times, it was starting to break the flimsy cable in it. And unfortunately, because of that, I couldn't actually see the LCD anymore. I couldn't see the screen, so I didn't know. I was actually just pointing at it, and I didn't know what I was recording. So I couldn't do that. So I moved on to my phone, and to be honest, people couldn't really tell the difference. And to be honest, I still use my phone to record videos to this day. Whenever I do a 4K video, that's recorded on my phone. But basically, when that was done, that's basically a videography, but I'm always. I think the thing with it is that I've always looked to try and improve the quality in my videos, at least in terms of production values. For example, normally I'd probably do this live. I was planning to do this live streaming it with my phone because, for one, that's much more portable. But unfortunately, for some reason, I don't know why, with YouTube says that I'm no longer eligible to live stream from my phone, though I can from my laptop. Why is that the case? I don't know, but it meant that I could do it through Hangouts on here now. Excuse me. And I thought that'd be a good way of basically letting people joining. We'll have a chat with people lying on Hangouts with other people, see what happens. But yeah, if not, then obviously I'll keep talking. I'll keep talking about everything. I saw Missing Link today, if anyone cares. The latest film by Leica, and it's really good. It was a really solid film. And the stop motion in it is great. I noticed that the designs, though, some of the human characters almost look like they were designed to be CGI first, and then we're translating into stop motion. I don't know. It's just a bit with thing with the heads, they. But really good. And, stop. It's like it's a great visual film as well. The visuals are great, and yeah. Well, that was that. I've got some things I could show you, though I probably shouldn't. I've got a couple of things over there that I could show you, and the reason I'm saying I shouldn't show you is mainly because they're for future Doctor Who items to unbox. And when I say future ones, I mean like months and months away. You'll probably see them because that was another thing actually in the 8 years. And it's hard to believe, but in 2017. I started the Doctor Who Items to Unbox series of videos. And it wasn't until Items to Unbox 6 where I started really doing skits in them. Items to Unbox 6 was the first one where I actually did a bit of a skit at the end. And obviously this turned into a whole massive thing. To some people, it was the whole reason for watching the video. So Items to Unboxing was basically, I had it in bits, but people didn't like that. Because the people who wanted to see just the unboxing bits were annoyed that they kept getting skits every 10 minutes or something. And the people who only wanted to see the skits were a bit annoyed because they had to go through the video and looking through for the skits. So that's why I decided from then on, basically, rather than having the skits placed throughout the video, I'd have a skit at the start and a conclusion to it at the end. And that's how it basically went on from there. And I also decided that I release them on a monthly basis, so that basically it won't get too repetitive and won't get boring, but people will still want them. And basically, I also limited myself so there'd only be half an hour, or around about then. So at least I know I would have enough footage to release every month, because surprisingly, sometimes I don't get basically anything for a month sometimes. And sometimes I get loads in a month, so it looks like there's still a video, then that's why I do it. But in terms of the unboxing videos themselves, to be honest, I don't like doing them particularly. The unboxing parts. So I decided, what can I do to make it more interesting? That's when I decided to go on this ludicrous idea of having a war against packing peanuts, and then obviously now it's Chris Chibnall, and well, in the latest video, who knows? But that's what I guess I do. And I guess in a way, it's like a spiritual successor to Six Sec Adventures in a way, sort of, except a lot more over the top. And basically, on with each one of these, I literally go to myself, right, I've done this time. What can I do next time? How can I push over that bar? Like, Just like, oh well, I killed someone in the last one at a packing peanuts factory. What can I do in the next one? How about get slit in the neck by Chris Chibnall or something? I don't know. And so on and so on. So that's kind of the way that evolved. And they're really the only video on this channel that is still recorded using my Sony HX50 camera, which records in a maximum of 1080p at 50 FPS. And the only reason it still is recorded like that is basically just to match the other footage. Maybe one day, I am planning to get a new camera later this year. Maybe when I do get, a new camera, then everything will be in 4K. But since it's unboxing, they're all recorded in that, and they're the only thing that's still regularly recorded in that. Normally, I try and record things in 4K now, and interestingly, the Doctor Who Season 18 and the Macrotel Steelbook Blu-ray, they were recorded in 4K, and I upload them again and again and again. For some reason, YouTube will just not render them in 4K for some reason. I don't know why. And people have asked me, why do you bother with that? Well, basically, the thing is that when new people join the channel, and loads of you have, last year my subscriber count pretty much doubled in a year. So basically, they obviously will go back and look at my old catalogue of videos. And it was the same when I was doing HD. When I was recording videos in HD, not everyone was, at least not in full HD. But I was. And basically now those videos, visually and auditorily, are still more watchable and visual. Because that's why I think particularly Doctor YouTubers who do figure reviews, a lot of the time, it's basically just the same review again, except now they've got better equipment, better lighting, and that. And that's something that particularly I've learned is lighting. Have good lighting. I prefer. I mean, at the minute it looks okay. At the minute, natural light, sunlight. That is the best, basically, for lighting. Obviously, if you're making a movie, then you might want it to be atmospheric. But when you're reviewing a product like an action figure, I don't want to get up because this mic will then wobble and might fall off. But actually, if you're reviewing a product, let's grab something. Fine. So if I was reviewing this Dalek clock, basically you want as much light on it as possible so the camera can see as much of the detail as possible. And that's also an advantage of filming in 4K. You'll be able to see a lot more of the detail of it and zoom in and everything. There was obviously the attempt of Doctor Who. What did I call it? The search for Doctor Who memorabilia or something like that. And actually, there is a little bit of footage for the second one, which I plan to do, where I went to Leeds, and I think that was about it, to be honest. And to be honest, this day, that footage is not being released. I don't think. I think I put some of it. I've definitely put some of it into a Doctor Who items to unbox. Yeah, I did. Those Dalek models from Blackpool of the Peter Cushing movie down the comic miniatures Dalek models was put into a Doctor Who items unboxing instead, because I thought to myself, it's not really that different. It's not massively different from Doctor Who items unbox. I'm just not unboxing things, but I'm going around places looking for Doctor Who, merchandise and stuff. And the reason the second one couldn't really be done, because the thing is, I realized to myself, well, I'll just be going around the same shops over and over again. It'll get to a point, where it's just like, because that video was done at a particular time, because it was when I went on holiday to Blackpool for 2 days, Liverpool for 2 days, and Manchester for 1 day. So, there was, in Blackpool was plenty collector's shopping. In Liverpool, there was obviously the two Forbidden Planets to go around. So then there was footage there. But then when that's done, what do you do after that? You know, I can show a few collector shop being a castle, which isn't a lot, and it's very slim pickings. And to be honest, 99% of my Doc 2 collection now, and for the past couple of years, has been stuff I've bought online. It just is, because apart from B&M, really, you know, there's nothing really else available. I mean, there's a couple of the, you know, Series 11 merchandise, but we all know what I think about that. So really, that's kind of it for that. So, you know, maybe I might do another video at some point. Dark Apocalypse has just asked a question. He said, I've got a good idea for one of your videos. The search for the worst Who, so I'm assuming the worst Doctor Who, whatever. That sounds like an I Hate Everything search for the worst, except for Doctor Who, which could work. Something I'm not really interested in and doing, and talking about the channel itself. You may have noticed the channel has been kind of a bit more slim pickings with reviews as of recent. And there were a couple of reasons for this. Number one, there's just less to review, to be honest. I mean, I literally think to myself, what on earth am I going to review now? Because literally, I literally get stuck on thinking, what on earth can I review that I haven't already reviewed, or isn't basically the same thing as before? So that's when I sometimes try different videos, like the one I tried a couple of weeks ago, basically Season 18 versus Michael Chetter's Ski Book, which one was better. And there's another reason for that, and it's also to do with time restrictions. Because back in February, I finally got a job. So I am now employed. So basically, that means that I've got less time. And basically, my job is, you know, 8:30 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, which, you know, is a lot as it is. But considering it takes me about an hour and a half to get, well, actually, no, it takes me just over an hour, about an hour 15 to get there, and an hour and a half coming back because of traffic. Gotta get there on bus and metro. And so basically, I set off, I get up at 6 o'clock and to get basically get ready and that, leave the house at about 20 to 7 ish, and get there for around about just after 8, and then I don't get back here until well, it depends actually. If I'm lucky, I get back here at 6:30, so that basically means I'm absolutely knackered, and so I don't really have time to do any videos. Or because this is another thing, at the roundabout just before at the end of January, my granny fractured 2 bones in her shoulder. She's in a wheelchair as well with severe arthritis, so she got basically put in hospital for just about 3 months, and for the past couple of weeks, she's also being in a recovery nursing home for the past couple of weeks, while work is being done for her and everything. And I've actually been living here on my own here, and it's been great. It's been great with that. So maybe if that's why you've noticed the location change from my normal setup, that is why. But basically, when I go and sometimes I have to go and see her. I went to see her today, and I get back even later when I go straight from work. So that just means less stuff. There's less time to do things. Hello, Reese.
Sorry, I was on the phone. and having issues with broadband.
Yeah. Reese. Click the link in Hangouts. Join the live. You're already on the live stream. Go on, click the link. Join the live stream. Will he join? I don't know. But I don't know what I was on about there before. But anyway, what was I at? So that's why basic videos are like that at the minute. And to be honest, it is, different trying other things and that for a change to try and broaden the channel. But something that I have done in these 8 years was now I have 5 YouTube channels. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3, not just 4, but 5 YouTube channels. And I've also got a Daily Motion and SoundCloud. Now, the Daily Motion, you might wonder why do I have a Daily Motion? That is basically, I have Daily Motion for videos that I make for YouTube that YouTube says, fuck off, we're not having these, and takes them down for whatever reason. I then upload them to Daily Motion and make a short little video saying click the link in the description. You might, but basically Daily Motion is like a backup for me if my video doesn't go on YouTube. The other channels all have different themes, and one of them that started in 2016 was Six Sec Productions, which actually was something that existed beforehand, but not as a YouTube channel. And basically, I wanted to put my short films that I'd done over the years onto YouTube, but I felt that I should keep this channel Doctor Who themed, because people like a channel that is themed around a particular thing. It's just the way things are, and that's why people like Votes at 7 had such a hard time, because you want to broaden this thing, but people generally only come to a channel for one reason. Most people, they only want that one thing. So I decided to, after the experimentation that I've had on this channel over the years, now I'm deciding this channel, the Six Sec channel, is Doctor Who themed. 100% of the time, this channel is always going to be Doctor Who stuff. So the Six Sec Productions one, which actually existed beforehand, but in a different capacity, because I initially called my productions RJC Productions, which are my initials. But in 2016, I thought it'd be more sense if I branded it as Six Sec Productions. Everything was under a Six Sec branding, so I could better brand myself. And basically, stuff is still being uploaded. So that I did a short film just late last month, a couple of weeks ago, called Ghost and Me, with my brother. And I think that's the first time he's appeared in a YouTube video with me in over a year. Yeah, it's over a year since my brother's appeared in a video with me. And so that was done there. That was actually done for that was actually a commission that my old film studies teacher asked for me to do. And after that, actually the 5. So obviously, same year, no, last year, at the start of the year, in February, we had the Six Sec reviews other stuff. And it's exactly what it says on the tin. I review other stuff. Mainly, it was just going to be other figures and toys and that, and movies and TV shows. Mainly now it is just movies and TV shows. But I tend to try and go for more obscure stuff, not just stuff that everybody reviews. Apart from when I do my initial thoughts on a film that I've just seen, I'll do a quick 5-minute video on that. But other than that, generally I try and go for the more obscure. And And then we have the Non-Free Doncaster podcast, which is my original audio series. And actually, where is it? Yeah, they're on cassette. So I thought this was a crack case, but it's just the design. So here's Series 1, Volume 5. And here's Series 2, Volume 5. And this artwork actually was done by a friend of mine. And so, yeah, I commissioned her to do that. And why the hell not? I'll also show, I'm showing this, but this is like a debut thing. Here's Volume 3, not Volume 3, Series 3, Volume 1. But I've put them on cassette. And something else that's on cassette, which is part of my SoundCloud now, because I started a SoundCloud account. Here are my first 2 albums on cassette. Here's my first. And here's my second. But yeah, if you go on my 6X Productions YouTube channel, you can see my one and only music video so far for one of these songs where, not to spoil anything, but I do dry hump a kettle in it for no other reason than I literally thought, let's do something weird. So I did. But yeah, I did get a bit obsessed with making my own cassettes. Not really listening to them, but making them. For example, here's some blank Maxwell cassettes, a 60 and a 90-minute ones. These actually are surprisingly good quality, especially for Type 1. Then again, it is Maxwell, and you always know with Maxwell you get good quality out of them. And also this year, I got into buying some Dot 2 cassettes finally. Well, not this year, last year, I should say. So obviously, here we have Genesis of the Daleks and Slipback on cassette. No, I'm not going to digitize this because there's no point, because there's already a higher quality digitized version. Now, something I did digitize was Power of the Daleks. And this basically, why digitize this and digitally restore it as best as I could from the cassette. Basically, because Power on cassette is read by Tom Baker, or is narrated by him, but not just Tom Baker. Tom Baker playing the Fourth Doctor as he recalls that adventure. So, unfortunately, they lost Tom Baker's narration voice. So, yeah. The Ultimate Interview, which I recently found, I think, might have been released on CD, though God knows who has that. If anyone has that. The cassette, to be honest, is pretty rare. Fairly rare, uncommon, I should say. But yeah, basically just a basic interview by David Banks with Colin Baker. This I could actually upload to YouTube since, well, it didn't have any copyright on it. And yeah, this is something typical with cassettes. Cassettes that jam. There we go. But yeah, it's not badly. So as the quality of this, the problem is with this is that David Banks is so quiet on it, and Colin Baker is obviously much louder. So it makes it a lot harder to restore, because the thing is, you're either making David Banks sound even quieter than he already is, or you're making Colin Baker sound so loud that he peaks and pops. Now, this is one that I've done, and this will be next week's video probably. The Evil of the Daleks, again narrated by Tom Baker. Interestingly, got Harry Skigger. So yeah, this will probably be next week's video. I've digitally restored this. So that'll be coming up next week. Probably around about then. Anyway, I've literally just looked back at the comments. So Reese, you want to come on the live stream? Want to jump on? Just go into the Six Sec chat on Hangouts and click that link and click yes, and then you can join in audio form. No? Anyone? Anyone want to join me on this live stream and we'll have a nice bit of a chat? I actually don't know how exactly. How's it looking? No. How's it looking? Anyone? Okay. Yeah, so I've actually got this on my phone. Actually, the quality isn't too bad on it. It isn't too bad. So Reese will not come on live stream. He's just put a note on it. Oh, I feel pretty ill. Interesting, my brother has left his camera here. And I've had it for about a week, and I should probably use this to film a behind the scenes of one of my videos, maybe. Maybe I might do that someday, actually. Actually film a behind the scenes of my videos being made. I don't know. Maybe for the 10-year anniversary. Maybe then I'll do a proper behind the scenes video, which I literally record myself doing. That's also something with videos is that on this channel it isn't too bad, because most of it, unlike some other channels, a lot of my videos on this channel, there's not a huge amount of editing on most of the videos on this channel. But on my other channels, there's a lot of editing, particularly Six Sec reviews, other stuff. When I review films and TV shows and those spend hours and hours and hours editing a video, and then YouTube bloody takes it down. There's nothing more irritating than that, spending hours and hours and hours making the video and then just gonna take it down. There's literally that just takes the piss, man. I mean, it really does. Just spending all that time making a video and then poof, it's gone. Gone, no chance. And then you have to take bits out or upload a version to SoundCloud. Not SoundCloud, Dailymotion. I don't know why I grabbed this up, but here's one of my boom boxes or tape decks or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, look at that. This is one of the ones that I have, and this one is actually the one that I used to play the tapes when I digitized Power of the Daleks and what you'll hear later, Evil of the Daleks, and basically line out there and that will go in there. Now the Evil of the Daleks one, which you'll hear next week, should sound better than Power. Should sound better than Power. Basically because when I did Power, I was using a USB adapter into the laptop, whereas for Evil, I was using this laptop I'm doing the live stream on now, which is an MSI gaming laptop, which has a mic input, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this one. I wanted a laptop with a mic input, so it actually has a DAC inside it, so for better quality microphones, because my microphone that I was using from the laptop beforehand was wired, and it used the standard 3.5mm input. However, the one that I'm using at the minute for this live stream, you might be able to hear, is this, which is a Blue Snowball, and this should. Now you probably won't be able to tell the difference on a live stream because it's live streaming it, or on YouTube in general. But if you were to listen to this does sound an awful lot better than any other microphone that I've got. It does sound really good. But so why don't I record all my videos on it? Basically because it does have the inconvenience of it. Because as I said, after recording no Audacity, to be honest, when you listen to it back on YouTube, when you watch it back on YouTube, to be honest, not really a massive difference between this and, say, my phone or my camera in terms of audio quality when you're watching it through YouTube, because YouTube compresses the audio. Like even with this, there wouldn't be a massive difference. But this thing's range is a lot shorter as well. As we see, it's meant to be close up. So further away I go, the quieter I'm going to be, and practically being non-existent. That's why it's in shots right now. I don't know have I got anything else to talk about? I don't know. I need to promote this stream for more viewers. Nah, I don't really care, to be honest. I really don't care. If people are watching it, great. If people aren't, whatever, their loss. Their loss. A behind the scenes of Ryan's lazy editing. Yeah, I will admit I hate editing. I try and do as little of it as possible. Oh no, I can't believe. Oh no, I can't be here. Well, spoil the illusion of the item soon box. Oh, the illusion, yeah. The illusion, because apparently, you're dead. In fact, Charles, I'm annoyed that for some reason YouTube will not let me use my phone for the live stream, because the thing is, I was actually going to show you round the area, and Reese's picture with the burnt off head is still on the floor, and so is Chris Kibnall's head. They're still on the floor. Is it to preserve continuity for the next video, or is it because I just haven't been asked to pick them up? You decide. I think you'll be able to figure it out pretty quickly which one it is. But yeah, what am I gonna do? I did have a few ideas for the 80th anniversary. One of them was to do. I've had this idea for quite a while, actually. Was to do a 6 Sec Adventures audio drama special. Like, still hasn't happened. And the thing is, I was supposed to end 6 Sec Adventures a long time ago. I was supposed to end it for my 6-year anniversary 2 years ago. I was supposed to do my final one in terms of video, and that hasn't happened. And to be honest, every year it gets less and less likely to happen. And the reason is because I become more busy. I'm now in a job, and also other things like I physically, I am getting older. Because 6 Sec Adventures, it started. Series 1 was from 2014 to 2015, and Series 2 was 2016, which technically wasn't ever finished. Series 2. Excuse me. Cybermat Part 2 was never finished. Basically, there was, I think, one scene filmed for Cybermat Part 2. One scene was filmed and done. And that was about it. And to be honest, there's more footage. There's actually footage for 6 Sec, the final adventure, or last adventure, or whatever I decided to call it. But there's actually a bit of footage for that. There's actually more footage for that thing, but that was designed to be the last 6 Sec Adventure story, which still hasn't happened. And there's about. I'd say there's about 3 minutes of footage. There's about a minute of live action. There's about 2 minutes of live action and about a minute of stop motion footage. It actually might be a bit more than that. Actually, the live action might be slightly longer. But there was a flashback sequence that was recorded, so that can still exist. Because the thing is, I realize when I do it, I'll have to record it all in one go. At least, basically, I can't have breaks in between it. I have to basically record the full story, in a couple of months or something, or a month, because obviously I'll have to look the same throughout it. At the minute my beard is growing back here, and before I actually shaved it for an interview, and my hair was a different length, so basically my hair length and my beard length and everything else will have to be consistent through it. So if I ever do get around to it, then that'll happen. Which is why doing the audios was like an alternative. But anyway, that's why that is. And series, if people are wondering what's happening with series 1 of Six Sec Audio Adventures, I know there was a massive jump, because the thing is, Terror of the Trump was the last one that's come out on YouTube. And the thing is, that was written and done. That was written a month after Trump was elected. That's when it was all written and that. And part 1 was recorded in 2016, but they didn't come onto YouTube until 2017, 2018, something like that. 2018, I think it was. They went onto my website in 2017, and they didn't come onto YouTube until 2018, because I hadn't finished the series, and I thought, fuck it, I'll let them just go out for now, and I'll finish the series by the time it finishes airing on YouTube. Turns out I didn't, and that's the problem I have. I keep, and that is something that I swore with the Don't Free Doncaster podcast audio series I did, and school doing. Basically, I have to I say to myself, no matter what, finish the series, all the episodes of that series, before you start releasing them, because people don't like gaps in the series. Gaps between series, people don't like that either. But they're more willing to put up with that, because at least then the series has an ending. They don't like having stories that have massive gaps in it, but that's something I did for that. And with Terror of the Trump Part 1. And Terror of the Trump Part 2 changed a lot, an awful lot, from what initially was to what then became, because basically, initially the Autons were going to be in it a lot more. They were going to be the main villain, and it turns out in the end they're not. And the reason for that is because I thought I came up with an idea of a story that would be a follow-up to this one. So I thought I'd use them less in this one and set up things for the final story of the first series of audios, which I've recorded the first 3 minutes of it, 3-4 minutes of part 1, and there'll be a 4-parter. But they were recorded quite a while ago, actually. Back last year, actually, they were recorded, I think, or early this year. I don't know. I recorded the first part of that straight after I recorded part 2 of Terror of the Trump, part 2. So whenever that went out, but they were recorded then, and so when will that come out? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if people actually care about that anymore, because I know there was a few people who did ask me on previous live streams, Q&As that I've done, about that, where's Six Sec Adventures, but to be honest, I think it's at the point now where I don't think anyone really cares. I think I'll finish series 1 at some point of the audios, and maybe leave it at that until maybe there's some more interest later on. Oh yes, Reese has just commented, and I'll inform you. Reese has won a PS4 Red Dead Redemption bundle for free in a raffle. Well, wasn't free, he got paid a raffle ticket, and he won. And his winning ticket was number 11. He got tickets 11, 12, and 13. And number 11 won, because Max Smith is favorite Doctor and number 11, so whatever. So he's winning that. Yay, it's a PS4 Slim. And yeah. So now Reese has a PS4, so yay for him. Great. Don't know. I don't know what else to say to that. So yay, Reese has a PS4 now. Great. Oh, there's that bloody awful Doctor Who VR game that's coming out. That looks utter shite. Which just gives me another reason why I'm not getting a PSVR. There are a minuscule of reasons why I would want one, but no, to be honest, the main reason is obvious. Price, lack of content that I actually care about. So, yeah. What should I talk about on my channel? I don't know. Oh no, I can't have these gap bits. I was hoping people actually this time would maybe ask questions on the Q&A. The problem is, I think I did the Q&As initially a bit too often at first on the live Q&As, and also I think I'm one of those people where I give away quite a lot about myself. So to be honest, I've been working at my job for 7 weeks now, so I'll be starting my 8th week next week. The thing is, after the first 2 weeks, people pretty much knew everything about me, or at least everything they were prepared to listen to about me. Because I do talk a lot, surprisingly, and I'm not a private person. I'll tell you. I'll answer you. I'll let you know anything you like, pretty much. Recently, has 2 PS4s. I thought you only had one. I thought this was your first one. Oh, right. So yeah. No, Reese, I'm not going to tell them about that. Not yet, anyway, because that's for a future video. But I am doing a commission for Reese. But that'll be revealed in the Doctor Who items to unbox in the future. When? Don't ask me. I don't know. Not for a good few months. In fact, to be honest, could be next year for all I know. Because I'm still getting through the 2018 footage, like the footage from the last Doctor Who items to unbox. That was months and months and months ago. That was in summer last year, early summer. In fact, it might have been even before then. So that was a long time ago. That footage, long time ago. Some of that footage, unless I said otherwise, but I think that was a long time ago. So there's a lot of footage there. That goes back quite a while. And the longer I make the skits, the less there is for the actual unboxing bits. Yeah. I mean, I save, stuff that's newly released. I give it its own video. Basically because, obviously, it's a new thing. So people will be interested in it, and it can generally draw in more people. That's why I do that. Rather than put that in an items to unbox. And there was a certain something recently that was released in a Doctor Who item that was released in February that I had a little debate with myself saying, should I do an unboxing on its own or should I put it in an items unbox? And it's going to go into an items unbox because the thing is, it'll probably be fresh and new again by that point. You say it'll be oh, yes, one of those things. Because to be honest, I think it makes the unboxing a bit more timeless that way, in a weird way, because the stuff I'm unboxing, to be honest, it's a surprise for me most of the time as well, because a lot of the time, I legitimately do not know what is in. When I say I don't know what's in the box, that's not just me trying to go, ooh, what is it? I order that much shite off eBay, and that's most of the time I don't know what it is, and a lot of the time I forget what it is that I've ordered. So a lot of the time it's a surprise to me, but sometimes I do legitimately know. For one, it depends how much I've ordered at once. If I've only ordered one thing and one thing comes, then obviously it's going to be that one thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, part of me says I should get back to reviewing figures and stuff. Maybe the thing is, I don't know what to review in terms of that stuff. So. Yeah. I don't know. Has anyone got any questions to ask me? Or are we just going to leave it all to Reese to natter on? I don't know. You can literally ask me anything. And I mean anything you can ask me. And I will give you an answer. Exactly. It doesn't have to be really. It doesn't have to be anything. It can literally ask me. When I say anything, I mean anything. It's 3 and 6. It's about 6 o'clock. Not sure what that was, but I took it out my mouth. Impulse. I don't know what else to do now. You know what? I'll bring the laptop over here. No. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's have a look at my laptop, shall we? So, this is my latest laptop, and this is my desktop that I look at. You can see there I've got Audacity and that, but a lot of people may wonder the video editor that I use, and I use 3. So the main one I use is PowerDirector 14, which is this one here. But if it's something more complicated or something that needs, more heavy editing, then I use Premiere Pro. But the reason I use PowerDirector is it renders things pretty quickly. And if I need particular effects, then Adobe After Effects, and I've also got Photoshop, OBS for obviously recording. Anyway, let's have a look at my file system. So I've got 2 external drives here that are connected to the laptop. This one, just give it a sec to spin up. Yeah, so this one. Oh, look, here's an old animation I did from way back when. Yeah, this is a pivot animation that I did, I think back in middle school, if I remember rightly. And I just noticed that lever looks like the Doctor's got a massive dick. But yeah, this is a pivot animation called Colony of the Master. Like that. And I do remember doing this. This was, legitimately for a project. And I don't think I ever finished this, but you can see that the frames and that aren't quite right. It's just like down. So it should be, if I played it at a higher speed, then it'd probably be okay. I should probably, if I put this into an editing speed up, we can see, oh look, there's the TARDIS. Vovo. I legitimately don't know how long this animation is. But yeah, the Doctor arrives on a planet in the TARDIS, and literally with pivot, you have to create everything with lines. But yeah, rather than actually having things move, I'm saying, oh look, there, the framing's about right. So maybe I should do a re-edit of this at some point. To get the frames right, because the problem is, sometimes the frame rate is a bit all over the place with this in terms of framing. I think I probably did this when I was 10, I think, 10 or 11. I legitimately don't know what happened. Oh, the sonic screwdriver has appeared. And I think it's a door or something. I legitimately don't know what's happening. Yeah, presumably it's a door, and the Doctor gets in, and shit happens. Let's wander up these stairs, these wobbly, wonky stairs. But yeah, basically everything has to be created with a line or a circle in Pivot. So everything there has, like, the TARDIS is about 4 or 5 separate pieces. Oh look, it's a colony of people. Yep, colony of people, and oh my god, they are hypnotized. The Doctor walks through and wags his elbow in people's faces, because that's obviously what he does, and just walks around a bit more. Yeah. And he just goes, "What the fuck is going on, bro? What's going on?" And oh my god, it's the Master. Yep, it's the Master. Charles, I think differentiating him from the Doctor is a bit, but yeah, what the hell is going on? Oh, right, it's just showing all the people. I guess I'm showing all the people who are being controlled by him. I am the Master, and you will obey me. Oh, epileptic warning. And the guy's like, dun, dun, dun. Kind of thing. Oh, not. Oh, here we are. Yeah. Maybe I should have these white blobby things move. Or not. But yeah, we had an intro. Oh no! Here we are again! There's stuff happening. Jonas, I can't remember the last time I actually sat. Jonas, I think the last time I probably sat through and watched this entire thing was probably when I made it when I was like 10 or 11. But I have no, it's just like, I presume the Doctor's getting them to rebel or something. Who knows? And the Doctor has a chat with the Master because, of course, he does. And yes, I've seen the tumbleweed that you sent me, Reese. Oh! Come on! Yay! The TCE. Trust the TCE is the thing I'm proud of the most out of this, because the only thing that looks exactly like the actual thing will. I mean, the ball on the end is a little bit too big, but yeah, the TCE, the proper TCE. Although, I just realised now it looks a bit more like a microphone than a TCE, but I did create that TCE, and for some reason the Doctor is patting it. Yay. And the Master just gets a random person. And we're gonna get that TC effect. And hey! And he did. Yeah, he is dead. Also, if you're wondering what that sound was just before that vibrating, that was my phone getting a notification. So yeah, Master Friends got bloody hell. Look how long we are at this. 6 minutes. We're past 6 minutes. I thought this animation was like only a minute long, but no, it's not. It's this long. It's this long, people, and it's still going. So I guess you're getting an exclusive for this. You know, an actual look. I wasn't joking when I said it with us. Also, since the background is green, basically you can easily do a green screen with this and have it set wherever. I'm pretty sure I didn't do that on purpose, but I think the reason I did it green is it's probably supposed to be grass, I imagine. Yeah, TARDIS is a bit too wide. But literally everything on here, except for the Doctor, and the people had to be made from scratch, basically. Like this TARDIS console, I think is actually 4 separate pieces. Yeah, the console is, I think, 2 separate pieces, maybe 3, and the time rotor is a separate piece as well. And this was done so that basically all the controls could move, but yeah. Oh, look! Oh, it's the scarf! I should have coloured it red, because then you could have said it was a season 18, but hey! So I guess he's the 4th Doctor. Probably. So yeah, he has his scarf. Well, I guess it's probably a season... Okay, so that's where it ends. That is where it ends. That is... Wow. That's where that animation ends. Like, with a massive... nothing like that. But anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So I was going to show you what's in here. So this is my ripped DVDs folder. And as you can see here, all of my Doctor Who DVDs are ripped to here. Maybe a few exceptions, but as well as other DVDs. And here are some that are converted to MP4s. So I can basically watch them on my phone and tablet. But these are pretty much... Let's open Attack of the Cybermen. These are completely uncompressed with the menus. So yeah, here we have Attack of the Cybermen. So I could watch that right now, but I won't. But yeah, that's what's on this 3 terabyte hard drive. And this 6 terabyte one, you can see here I've got a couple of movies, Blu-rays here. Halloween 2018, Isle of Dogs, and a couple of other Doctor Who DVDs, I think they are. Yes, but go on here and videos, and here we have sort of unfinished videos for YouTube, and here is my 2015 to 2016 footage, 2017 footage, 2018 footage, and the newest folder, 2019 footage. Doctor Who Items to Unbox has its own folder, and currently there is... So that's 18.4 gigabytes. Oh, right, right, okay, because there's a image highlighted. Yeah, there is an hour and 39 minutes of footage, although seeing that I do need to add a bit of footage to that folder that I've recorded on my camera. YouTube footage is just like other stuff, so 6 Tech Reviews, other stuff footage there. Everything's under file. So that's where all the footage goes, and then we have underneath that videos for YouTube finished, and as you can see here, we've got my most recent finished videos, which will go in here, and then after a certain amount of time, when this starts to fill up with a lot of videos, then I move them over to here, which is the older uploads, which is exactly what I say, it's my older uploads. This isn't all my videos. This is just the ones that were edited on here, because to be honest, I don't have copies of quite a lot of my videos from my first few years, because they weren't edited on a laptop that I had to have its hard drive right, because basically it was a laptop that it was my laptop, but my family would borrow it all the time since they didn't have a laptop, because they broke theirs and they ended up breaking mine as well. Oh look, Six Sec Productions DVD. Might as well show this here. This is for an upcoming DVD release. As you can see here, so it's prototype stages, but you can see this is for the Six Sec Productions. This will actually be slightly different from its final one, but the cover I think will pretty much be this. But this will be basically 10 years of video projects, ranging from news report you can see here in 2009, all the way up till this year, Ghost in Me 2019, which will include also exclusive special features as well. So yeah, that's what's coming soon with that. And 6-6, last game of life we lived. Triple life, holy. Yeah. Oh look, something I'm doing. Yes. Also, my logo animation for Six Sec Productions. Main reason this was changed is basically so that it wouldn't have the dark anymore, so it wouldn't be basically compared with the BBC, because BBC are dickheads like that. What's Dalek Annie? Oh, Dalek Animation. That's what that is. Also got family holidays and stuff from that. Basically everything is on here. Most things are kept on the all the footage in that now just goes to that external hard drive. It just goes straight on stacks. And what I use when I want to rip DVDs is I use DVD Decryptor, very well known program. And when I want to rip a Blu-ray, I use Make MKV. Now with Make MKV, you get it on a 30-day free trial. Right, it doesn't block you from anything. You can use all the features for 30 days, and then after that, it's wants you to obviously pay. The thing is, though, if you uninstall it and then reinstall it back in, that 30 days starts again. So basically, you just end up avoid paying for anything. So isn't that good? Isn't that nice? You know what? Let's have another look around. Let's go into the music folder. Six Sec Productions. Oh look, so Six Sec Productions. Sorry. For those people, here's the Don't Feed On Cast podcasts in order series 1, 2, and 3. Cover art. Yeah. As well as some people might not know, but I have music and oh god, where is it? Ah, there it is. There is the CD cover for my first album, Loner Life. And here's the cassette cover that you saw before. Insanity was my second album. Again, there's a nice higher look at the cover. And where's the cassette cut? Next, I guess the cassette's high quality cover. And then obviously, you can see what I'm going to call my greatest hits eventually when it comes out. Ryan Gig Cheshire Greatest Shits. Lovely. Performance will be my latest album when it comes out. See there? Lovely. All right. Anyway, we'll go back to the camera. That was minimize that. Yeah, we'll go back to Hangouts. We'll stop sharing and turn back on the camera. Okay. So yeah, that was all of that stuff. So you had a little look around my laptop. Basically how I keep things, how I file things under. It might not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me, so I know where all my videos and all the footage and everything on here is kept. So everything is basically kept under as many folders as possible, basically, so everything is organized. So I know exactly where everything is. It may not make sense to you, but again, it's organized chaos. It's organized chaos, basically. I know where everything is. It may look a bit chaotic, but I know where everything is. At least that way. Any more comments? No. It appears not. Well, there was open the video again. Yeah, so 4 people watching. So, excuse me. Hello, 4 people who are watching. How are you enjoying it? How's life? Yeah. No. I don't know because I'm not there. I wonder how long have I been live streaming for? Must be it'll be at least an hour. It'll be at least an hour. I don't know because this one actually doesn't have a timer. The other one, when I did it from my phone, that had a timer. But this one doesn't, so I don't know. I don't know. It could be. Well, it's at least an hour, sure, because I got back. I basically did this pretty much straight away when I got home, and I got home before 5, probably about 4:30ish. No, just after 4:30ish, or probably something around those lines. I don't know. Maybe now, I don't know half. I don't know. But I think maybe it'll be starting about time for starting to wrap things up. So yeah, we had a bit of an insight look to things. I showed you some unseen footage of pivot animation. I didn't realize it was actually 6 minutes long, just over 6 minutes long. Here's the sonic screwdriver I used for items to unbox 19, which is a 5th Doctor sonic screwdriver, where the button is slightly misaligned, so when you use it, you have to press hard against it, otherwise it won't work. So that's why I use that one, but it doesn't have any batteries in, so yeah. 5th Doctor sonic. Though really, it's more of a 4th Doctor sonic, because the 4th Doctor, you know, in season 18, you see him use this more than the 5th Doctor used it in season 19. You say, Mars, just the same. Hey, ooh. Actually, you know what? Let's do an impression of Lennon. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you don't know who that is, or you don't know what I'm on about, good for you. You get to be confused because everybody else who was watching that and thought, what the fuck is happening? And the thing is, people probably, you know, maybe who rewatch it don't get this far. I will miss out on that pivot because I won't release that as a separate video because reasons. Mainly because I can't be asked. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. But yeah, if anyone's got any more questions, please put them in the comments below. It's 14 minutes past 6 at the time of recording this. I'll give it another couple of minutes, maybe till 18 past or something. Also, to put your comment or whatever for people to think of something. And then I'll probably end it there. I think I'll be about an hour and a half-ish at least. So that'll be a good time, you know, to end and get on to something else. Like sitting on my ass, probably having me tea. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, yes, on YouTube. I didn't think I'd get this far. And YouTube is desperately trying to kick me off the platform. Something happened, you know. Last year, I finally got paid for once on YouTube last year, and they immediately took it away. And basically, I've been informed that unless my channel becomes advertiser friendly, I will never get that back. And basically, what they mean by advertiser friendly, they mean more family friendly. So no swearing, no opinions, nothing controversial. Basically, make completely safe, happy, friendly content for all the family. No. So I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. This channel is mine. I'll do what I want with it. YouTube, you can't stop me from doing that. Even if you took down my channel, I'd find somewhere else. So no. Also, don't, to the European Union, don't pass Article 13. That is not going to help anyone. You clearly don't understand it. You're clearly old people who do not understand the internet in the slightest. So don't pass Article 13. You will fuck things up for millions of people. And I'm not joking, millions of people. Okay? So on that note, let's just see if there's any more comments or questions or whatever. Let's refresh the stream. I don't think there'll be any more. Also, like 259 subscribers. Refresh the stream. 259. Let's see if we can get to 400 by the end of the year, maybe. Be nice sitting here in a year's time and being at 400 subscribers, and if I'm really lucky, 500. Though I doubt that. Yeah. So it seems like there's no more comments. So yeah, pretty much that'll be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been informative, useful, or just a celebration, good time, eh? Of 8 years on YouTube. 8 years on YouTube. I mean, that is quite a while, actually. You know, because some YouTubers come and go, and there's new ones starting all the time. And I'm still here, sitting in the corner. That's one of my songs, actually. Yeah. Hooty hoo, howdy ho. But anyway, it's time for me to go. Goodbye, my dears. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Yo, 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 yo.